Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and I am the style coach. Today's video is all about the big topic that anybody could speak about all this week was the wedding of Princess Beatrice and her husband Edoardo Mabelli Mozzi. Apologies if I absolutely butchered that name. Italian is not my strong point. I'm going to look a little bit more in detail into the dress that Princess Beatrice wore, but not only that, into her colouring as well, because I think she has gone in a different direction in terms of what the other princesses have chosen over the last few years while there was like marriages with Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle. So they went down a little bit of a different route, and I'll talk about that in terms of colours and things like that a little bit later. If you enjoyed the video, why not give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And if you are a subscriber, hello and welcome back. So as you probably know already, Princess Beatrice decided to go for a remodel of one of the Queen's dresses, which I thought was really interesting because, you know, being who she is, she literally could have chosen any designer and have a bespoke dress from them at any cost. But instead she decided to go down the vintage route and, you know, create something that was true to her, but also kept that connection within the family and, you know, avoided buying new, which we always like. So let's first have a look at how the Queen wore this dress back in 1962 to the premiere of Lawrence of Arabia at the Odeon Cinema in Leicester Square. Norman Hartnell is the original designer of this peau de soie taffeta dress in ivory. It's absolutely beautiful with a square neckline and embellishment across the bodice and down into the skirt, and it just kind of, the embellishment finishes about halfway down the skirt and then it goes into a tulip finish at the end. So Princess Beatrice obviously made this her own. She wanted to update this a little bit, and she had a bit of help from the Queen's dresser Angela Kelly and her designer Stuart Parvin to help her remodel the dress to suit her. So there was a couple of little changes that Princess Beatrice had done to this dress. So organza sleeves were added, and this really modernizes the dress. I mean, we know that big sleeves have been a feature over the last at least 2 years in fashion. So she brought it right up to date by adding those organza sleeves to the shoulders. She also got rid of that tulip end to the skirt, and again brought it a little bit more up to date with a Duchess satin hem, and it's slightly higher off the ground than it was for the tulip style that the Queen had. Other than that, there was very little difference in the dress. So she kept it really true to its original form, which I thought was really nice. And to finish off the look, she also borrowed Queen Mary's diamond fringe tiara, which Queen Elizabeth had originally worn in 1947 for her wedding to Prince Philip. So there was a lot of history going on in her whole outfit, and it came together really well, and it suited her. I think it suited her style, although she's restricted, I mean, in terms of how she presents herself. You know, being part of the royal family, her style personality, you know, can't come out that much. I thought it was in keeping. It just suited her really well. Let's talk a little bit about the colouring of her wedding dress. So she didn't go for that bright white that Meghan Markle did, and with good reason. It wouldn't have worked as well on Princess Beatrice because of her colouring, and likewise if Meghan Markle had gone for this ivory colour, it wouldn't have looked so good on her either. And this is why it's so important to get your colours right, especially on your wedding day. So if you're thinking about, you know, choosing your wedding dress, you know, and you're thinking, am I going white, off-white, ecru, ivory, champagne, it's really important to get an understanding of your colours first before you make that big decision. So I'm just going to talk you through a little bit about Princess Beatrice's colouring. So she's got this kind of overall very soft look to her. I mean, if we take a look at these colours of her in, you know, a brighter colour and a more muted colour, you know, the brighter colour tends to take over. You see that first and then you see her, which is not ever what you want. Now let's take a look at her in some warm colours and some cool colours. And you might just notice that there's a harmony between those warmer colours which have more yellow in them and suits warmer tones. There's a harmony between the colour and her skin and her overall features. And with the cooler colours, it's kind of a disconnect. It's a little bit jarring, and obviously that's not what we want. We want that flow, we want that harmony. So the warm colours definitely look really good on her. So, I mean, without having done an actual colour analysis on her, my guess is that with her softness of her overall look, you know, there's not very high contrast in her features. And with her warm undertones, I'm guessing she falls into the warm or soft autumn category. If you're interested in taking a look at the style analysis of Meghan Markle or Kate Middleton, I will link those videos below, and so you can have a complete binge on the royal family style. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and I will see you next time.